When I was first diagnosed as a diabetic, I kind of, there's no way. But as the test results come back and as the doctors talk to me, I realized I got to make some changes. Otherwise, 46 may not turn into 96 if I'm not careful. So we had to get fit, get healthy at work, and the lady called me up a couple days after that and said, hey, your blood sugar was at 328. And not knowing what that meant, I said, well, is that good? And she said, well, no, that's not good. You need to go see your doctor. So, okay, no problem. So I made an appointment for the following Monday with Dr. Klein, and my mother-in-law called me that Friday night in the middle of me drinking a Bloody Mary and said, hey, we really want you to go to the doctor. And I'm like, I'm fine, I'm going Monday. She's like, no, I don't feel comfortable waiting. Go to the emergency room. On the way there, my wife was driving. I had vision issues. Looking at lights, there was like halos around the lights, and as I was getting closer to the hospital, I was like, I don't really feel well. So that was definitely just a reality check for me, kind of a wake up and you need to go get this taken care of. The Parkview care team was great, from Dr. Klein down to his nurses, Mindy and Tiffany, to Rachel, the pharmacist, and even the lady up front, Debbie, who would check me in all the time, knew me by name, by birth date. I didn't even have to walk in and give her any kind of information. She'd just wave and say, you're all checked in.
He was one of the first patients that I was referred when I started working in my position here at Parkview, and we really built that good communication and that good relationship that allowed him to have this successful outcome, and so I was very excited for him.
So I would sit in the waiting room and wait for my appointment to come up, and she would eventually end up in Dr. Klein's area with me, with the doctor for my appointments. Well, she had to walk through a hall to get to there, and I would see her, and she would be halfway through the hall, and I'd be on my phone, and I'd look up, and she'd go, hey, you know what your A1C was this time? And I'd be like, well, yeah, I know what my A1C was. I look on my chart. She would almost take more joy out of me making improvements, whether they were small or large, than I would.
People like Rob, who are wanting to achieve long-term success with diabetes, it really comes down to those daily small decisions and making sure we have consistency with those. Rob's path from beginning to end looks amazing, but we hit several roadblocks throughout it. There was one medication class that we really wanted to use to facilitate that weight loss goal that he had while helping improve his blood sugars, but there were tolerance issues where he was having side effects with that medication. Because I was able to meet with him between his doctor's visits, and he also had my office number, and he was able to send me a MyChart message, he was able to reach out to me when he was having those problems with the medications, and since he was open to change, we tried every single medication within that family of medications until we found one that he was able to tolerate that produced then the outcomes that he was wanting combined with his lifestyle in terms of weight loss and blood sugar control. So that openness to change and that communication really let us do more than what we would have done otherwise if he's like, no, one and done.
I started working out again. We went to Florida about a year ago, and I don't have a lot of pictures of me in Florida because I wasn't very impressed with how I looked. So when we got back from Florida, I started working out 3-4 times a week. I've probably lost 40 pounds. My high was probably 275. I'm down to about 235, 240 right now. But working out as much as I work out, a lot of it is mostly muscle, I hope anyways. I'm wearing the same size jeans I wore in high school, and I'm 46, so I've been out of high school for a few years anyways. At one point, my highest A1C was 13.1. The last time I went in, it was 5.3, which Dr. Klein made the comment that my A1C was better than his. And then after a while, I got off the insulin, and then I'm down to 1 pill currently, which I think I could probably come off of any time. The Parkview care team was great from start to finish, and hopefully I am finished with this. I hope I never have to go back to it, but without the Parkview care team, I never could have gotten that far.